Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we're going to be drawing Godzilla. So I did Godzilla versus Kong, so I thought I'd do Godzilla just on his own. So I'm on a landscape orientation page. Use a pencil and eraser for these and hit pause if I move my hand or if I go too fast, right? So I've moved this head over to sort of the right just to fit in a bit more of his like back and scales and stuff. So he's kind of looking to the side a little bit. So we'll just start with his head just up here on the right hand side, right? So the easiest way to start, I guess, is just this frown that kind of comes across his head, okay? So right up here in the top right hand corner. So he's got like a frown that kind of ticks up across his eye, right? So it kind of goes this way. And it can be a kind of bumping sort of scaly line, you know? So we've got these sort of bumps and stuff on him like this. So this like ticks back this way. Right, so just a line like that, and you know, lots of sort of bumps and wrinkles and stuff coming along like so. This will go down his back eventually, but we'll do sort of a lot of his face first, right? So just under here, then we have his eye, like right in the middle of this line. So we got his eye, so we just do a sort of it's a relatively small eye, so we just do a curved line like that. And then the bottom of it curves underneath, like so. And then his pupil, so it's hard to see if he's got like a cat-like pupil or what. So we'll just give him a sort of lizard-like small one just there. Okay. You know, like thin pupils or round pupils. So we'll just give him one like this. And then we'll go above and we'll add sort of a big sort of eyelid line just here. And something coming down the front as well. Like so. And then we'll go a couple more, like an eyelid line, a smaller one just on top. And then one coming around the bottom. Like so. Right, so then we've got like a big line coming around, big line curving around the bottom of his eye, just here. Like so. And this will kind of come out from his nose and come down around like this. And then we got like some more scales and wrinkle lines and stuff just inside here. Up underneath. Like so. Right, so then he's got some lines that go back underneath his eye, and then his snout, sort of that square snout, right, comes out this way. So we'll do the snout, I guess. So sort of we got like frown sort of line coming across here. And then this will bump across like so. We got maybe some wrinkles and things just there. And then his snout will come down the front. So it'll just like curve down, kind of bumping every now and then, curving around and down, okay? Down like so. And so this is his, so like the front of his mouth then as well. So we got like these bumping sort of lines, right, that go across the teeth. All the way down, right? Like so. And then this becomes like the side of his mouth. Goes down here. Like this, right? And this has all sort of teeth down here, right? So we gotta like add those in. So teeth here. And then the teeth that come across here are like relatively small. So like some are behind other ones as well. So there's no real sort of hard and fast rule for sort of the type of teeth you want to give them. So they're just like small, sort of, some like in behind other ones, like so. And like the side of his mouth, it ends here, right? And then this sort of line for his gum line just sort of comes down this way. You know, for like the side of his mouth, just there. And then we'll just add some more teeth just coming across here. Like so. So then this is his bottom jaw. So this like keeps coming across the front here. And again, yeah, just like a bumping sort of line coming across the bottom of his chin. Like so. And then this comes up to the side here. And then his chin will come down. And roughly will go around this way. So quite a square sort of chin here. And then it goes up for his jaw. So it'll go like this way. Like so, and kind of curve around here. Like so, okay? And this line might go like curve around, like back into the side of his mouth, then again here to there. So that's like his bottom jaw area. And you could have some extra sort of wrinkles, sort of lines just on this coming up around. Like so. But that's generally the shape for his like head, right? And then we'll put in some more teeth here. And the teeth are kind of real small but jaggedy. It looks like there might be 2 layers of teeth. I'm not sure. Does he have like shark teeth? I don't know. We'll give him 2 layers anyway. So just coming across like this. Like so. Right. So then the side of his mouth over here, so we can see like, yeah, so like it's a few more teeth just in here, and then this curves up like here on this side, bit of a bump there, and then the side of his head on the other side of his head, like his neck just is there. And then in here we can see his tongue, I think, just coming out like just here. And the center line for that tongue goes up underneath there. And there could be like some extra sort of side of the mouth sort of lines just here. Like some stuff underneath his tongue, like so. And then more lines, just details around his mouth, right? So like some stuff like this, like a gum line sort of thing. just here. Same on the top up here as well, just coming down around his mouth. This kind of stuff, and you might be able to sort of add some lizard-like lines like so. That kind of stuff. And if you want, like some of these like scales, you know, on his skin. Like that. And then we go up and finish his nose, right? So we got like a nostril. So there's a nostril that comes in here and comes down. And then we have some diagonal lines just for his snout, just there. And then this will go up for the other nostril. So it's like across from this one, so approximately like here. So a nostril in there as well. And then this could have like a line just coming around, a light sort of line just there. And maybe like the tip of his nostril or nose, the flap sort of part there. Right, so then we have some lines that go around his face, right? So we go back this way from the nose, right? And this can be a bumpy line as well. And this one sort of travels back down his neck this way. And then continues a little bit more. And there is a couple of these, so this one goes up around the back of his head as well. And you can add texture on this. You know, there might be some wrinkles and things. And these join together up here. That's sort of a spiking section. Right, so again, you can add as much of that texture detail as you want. Like so. Right, so these are like these bag sort of things that he has underneath his eyes, right? So right, so then the rest of the top of his head, so it roughly comes out from here. So this is like a line of spikes, right, that goes down the back of his head, all down his neck and everything, right? So like this, like this is going to travel the whole way down his neck, right? So this is like the back of his head, and then this will come out like here. And I think we do have some bumps or scales and things that like, so like horns or bumps that go down the middle of his head. Something like that, right? And then the rest of his forehead will come out sort of here. And this will come down the front here. sort of curves into the middle of his nose as well. It's like his other frowning area. And then the eyelid, sort of this thing, will stick off here. Goes around like so. Okay. Like that. It goes in underneath here. So these sort of frown lines. And then we can kind of see like his cheek on the other side, and maybe like some of his eyelid or something just in there, but not much. And again, you can add texture lines and things to this, scale lines and things, maybe some horns, and mostly in shadow though on this side. Thick shadow maybe just around the eye, maybe shading some of that in, like so. Right, he's got some drool coming off his mouth. I might as well add it. So just like a line like that, maybe some coming down his teeth. Like so. And then so the front of his neck, right? So it comes down this way, and he's got like those sort of what would you call them? Gills coming down here, right? And then bumping sort of line comes down this way. Then his shoulder goes off there, right? So these are the gills on that side, right? And then we'll get the general shape for his neck, I guess, in this way. So we've got like lots of like these. We'll just break it down this way. So just like a broken line sort of coming down his back here, right? And that's the front of his neck, right? But then, excuse me, this will have like horns and things. You know, these are all pieces of bone and stuff like that, right? And they should give him a bit of texture. So just pieces of skin and stuff underneath, right? So we got the general sort of shape now for the whole thing. So now it's just sort of about adding details really in this area, and more sort of spines along his back. So, you know, like this kind of stuff. Okay, so we've two more sort of layers of spine, right? So like this comes down like this way, right? And then this one will sort of curve down and join it sort of roughly down here. And this has, you know, more sort of things like this on it. Bumps and things like this. Okay. You know, there might be some lines of skin just going up around here. There could be some of that on his head. So we've got, like, in Godzilla, he is textured like up to high heaven. So what I mean is, like, every minute detail is done. I watched a video of the animators making this in their 3D sort of software, and it's insane. But we'll add just the basics, right? So what we can basically see. Right, so then we got another line coming down from his mouth, right? So like coming down this way. And you're just going to lightly draw in a sort of a broken line to sort of help yourself sort of get the direction right, I guess, you know. And then when we get down to about here, it sort of becomes just spikes then, you know, sort of these that just sort of grow out of his skin. So we lose the line when we get down to here, and you're just going to add sort of things like this that might have a bit of an edge to them coming out of his skin and stuff, right? Like, and you don't have to do much of this, but you can do as much as you want, really. And I think the line for his shoulder, so he's got like a shoulder line that comes like roughly around this way, and then a neckline going that way. So this is like a muscle line, and this could have a couple more of these things. They look like little boats in the ocean or something, you know. So, and as well, like more sort of scales like this and stuff. So you can add as much of that as you want, really. And I'll just add a couple more coming up his back here as well. And they gradually get smaller. So this is a pretty complicated drawing now, so pause as much as you can, and really take your time. If you are following along, you know, just take your time, pause the video, use a pencil, an eraser, and there's some lines that go vertical, because it does get to a certain point in these drawings where I can't really give much instruction. I just gotta just add the details and stuff. And just provide a demonstration, you know. Right, so gills on this side, and there is gills here as well, and then there's kind of like a center portion. So we'll get this, we'll try to get this center thing in. So that comes down here, right? Comes down the front of his neck. And so it's like these, it's like a, I don't know, like armor or something. Comes down the front here. Goes off the bottom, and this has armor plating coming across, right? So this is like gill, and then so we've got like some armor coming across here. Like so. Like the center line is like here. So it comes down here. So you got these little points on it. We keep going. So just adding a little bit of texture to the side of these, you know, just like these bumping sort of lines. Just to make it look like it's sitting in skin, you know. You want to make it sort of, and adding like, making this look like it's kind of bony or something, you know. Right, we're getting there, we're getting there. So then this comes down across to there. So I always do have fun drawing reptiles, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of interesting. It's not something I would have ever drawn really before doing this channel. Like, I mean, a little bit, but nothing major like this. So it's kind of fun. And that's the main thing about drawing, have fun. You know, just try and keep it fun. Because if it's not fun and you don't feel like you're having fun when you're doing it, you're doing it for the wrong reasons, I guess. I sound like Bob Ross. Right, so gills here, and then some gills on this side, over on this side of his neck, okay? So, how high up? Okay, so like this line goes across here. Each one of these kind of goes across to a gill a little bit. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, well, let's see, there's like a skinny one here. So it just comes across up underneath his jaw and then sort of wrinkles off this way, and he can have some sort of bumps on it and things. These should probably be a bit bumpy as well. Okay, so they sort of descend this way, so this one, we'll try and make them a bit bumpy. Just adding some texture to them now. Right, that's not bad. So we kind of just do this another 3 or 4 times, right? And so like there's like a big one, let's say here. Curving around. Right, and then we'll add texture. And maybe if you like thicken up this bumpy end, it'll make it look like it's a bit shadowed, like it's sitting on top of the one underneath, you know, like so. Sorry, now I'm just adding more lines and texture to the nose as well. Okay, this is probably going to be a long video, sorry, but I kind of got into it. I didn't expect it to get this complicated. So, right, so we'll do 2 more of these gills, and then we'll move on to the spines on his back. Right, and then maybe like just a small one then like standard sort of wrinkle lines here. Some scale lines. Maybe a bump or two. Some more sort of texture coming down this way. Okay, so I think I'll leave it there. That's basically like his body, right? And we just got to do these fins that, you know, the ones that glow sort of blue on the back of his head, right? So we start small up here. We just come up like that. And then they get sort of gnarly as we go down, like odd shapes. Like this, and like the next one. Yeah, you don't have to copy these exactly the way I'm doing them now. And you could do, you know, blue stripes through them if you're coloring, you know, sort of these sort of lightning kind of vein sort of things, if you felt like it, of course. You know, so that's up to, that's personal choice anyway. You know, you could just color those lines blue, you know, that lightning blue sort of color, and then we just keep going across. And I do like to make the outside edge of the character just a little bit darker. It does help make it stand out, I feel anyway. Where was I? Okay, so that's that one, and then we got another one, square one. 1, 2, 3, and there, and then like here. That's a real big one. And again, how much texture you want to do is really up to you. Right, but I think I'm nearly there. So just like darkening up certain parts that I think should be a bit darker, i.e. with some shadows on them, I guess, just some sort of darker sort of parts. And if you want, thicken up your edge lines. It does help sometimes when you're doing sort of character drawings, you know. Okay, but I think I'll have to leave it there. That was fun. So hope it was helpful. Hope it wasn't like too crazy complicated, although looking at it here on my screen it looks pretty complicated. Anyway, hopefully it helped someone out. And it was pretty fun. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.